All right, folks, it's been a minute, but I'm back. I really wanted to talk about this movie because Wendy Williams, there I go. Miss Wendy Williams holds a special, special, special place in my heart because that's mother. And she's mother to me. And it's weird that I didn't realize at times how much I love her, but I love me some Miss Wendy Williams. And she is and forever will be the queen of mess. And I love it. She's nosy as fuck, like myself, and I love it. I really didn't want to see this movie because Lifetime got a history of terrible ass movies and all this other junk. And I didn't think it was gonna be any anything different with the Wendy Williams movie. I can't remember what's called. Wendy Williams, what? I don't know. The actress that played her was well. She did it good. She was very annoying at first. She was very annoying at first. But I get the whole Wendy thing, with the how she talk and the Jersey accent and everything like that. The guy who played Kevin, he's one of those guys that you've seen before, and he's been in plenty of things. You can probably name the movies or TV shows, but you don't know his name. He's one of those black actors. He did very well with that also. Um, but that was it. It was mainly starring them two, and that was it. What was so heartbreaking about it, it was just, for me, it was like, damn, like, she put up with a lot with that fucking man. She put up a lot with that man. And she held on strong. And I just felt so bad for her. I did know that she was raped before, but we didn't know who it was. I didn't know it went down like that. It was like a date rape thing that happened. The wigs were good for Lifetime. I mean, but Lifetime, I don't mind their wigs because they're not as bad as Tyler Perry, which is crazy to me because I'm sure Tyler Perry got way more money, and plus his studios is based in Atlanta. That is like black hair capital of the world as far as I understand, right? Why the entire fuck your wigs be looking like that, Tyler Perry? I'm so confused. But the wigs were great. I love every last wig that she had. And she knew all this whole time what was going on. I know she said before that she had an abortion, but it was with Eric B, which is so interesting to me that she was fucking with Eric B, his old scamming ass. And then basically she met Kevin and she was with him for the rest of her life. Like, she had a little, I wish we could really seen her start her husband, like seen that. And this movie was like at least an hour or so. It felt like it was a little rushed. We saw like a little scene of her in her a little scene of her in as a kid and being fat, and it seems like her mom was a real, God bless the dead, was like a real bitch to her about her weight. That weight thing, they had a little funny relationship, mommy. I don't know. Yeah, she had a little funny relationship. It seemed like she was more close to her daddy. Um, yeah, from that movie, and that she in a documentary that followed right after. Now I enjoyed the documentary more. I couldn't stand that crying because we all know Wendy is how do you say, a ugly crier. And every little thing she said made her cry. That man tried to break her down, and it's just crazy. Now here's my thing, right? If you're cheating, you're cheating, right? If you had 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, randos that you smashed, I'm I understand that more, but he was with old girl for 14 years. I'm confused. He was with old girl for like 14 freaking years. I am so confused. That nigga loved her. He had a whole relationship with her. And it seemed like the movie was like the hardship and struggles came directly, like it was mostly part of her life with Kevin. Not, not to discredit Wendy, because I can never do that, because that's my homegirl. I love her. I love Wendy Williams, because when I was in high school, she was on Hot 97 New York. Like, if you're not from New York, like, she was it. Wendy Williams was it. And she had all the hot goss, that originated Hot Topics gossip, what like Angela does. All of that stems from her. She was obsessed with celebrity and gossip and news and stuff like that, with celebrities, actors, and musicians and things like that. But she set out to what she wanted to do, being a radio personality, being a DJ, and she did her thing. She did her thing. And Puffy, which everyone knew, Puffy is the one who got her fired from Hot 97, and she left New York and went to Philly and took Philly to the top, the number one. And we were missing her. We were missing her in New York. I missed her because she was everything. She was everything to everybody to me. Like, she invented that. She is absolutely queen of all media to me. Like, not Oprah, but Wendy fucking Williams. And she has changed since the talk show, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad as the radio Wendy that I'm used to, that I grew up on, that I grew up listening to her. That's when we listened to the radio type shit. But this was very interesting and good, and she knew all the time, the whole time. She doesn't discuss her son, of course, or whatever. I guess to save him and shelter him. That's her baby boy. And I understand that as a mother of a son. And I'll probably be like that with my daughter, too. Shut the fuck up about my son. And that's it. But this movie, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was actually one of the good Lifetime biopics, I guess you can call it. She was executive producer. I'm sure she had a lot to do with it. It was great. And all I hope is that she remains sane and healthy and messy as ever, because I love it. I love it. Now on to the documentary. That was very more interesting, and I cried because I couldn't hold back any more emotions, because she was crying. Well, she does, when she does that, nobody looks good crying, I guess, unless they're actors, but every 5 seconds, and she's sitting on her couch talking, her wig is a little frazzled, talking about him, like, she knew about Kevin, she knew about old girl. And what was hilarious, that I just recently found out when this movie premiered, that Charlamagne introduced Kevin to the girl, or whatever. It's not his fault, but because, Charlamagne, here's a little shorty that you can fuck around with for 14 years. But, yeah, that was so crazy to me. She went over there, glued the mailbox shut with her spray paint and stuff. Like, and this is my thing, and I said this to a few people, right? You fucking around. You is so arrogant and blatant and disrespectful, BK all day. You blatantly was cheating on this woman, and everybody, you didn't care. You hanging out on the beach, all this stuff, and you ain't got no money. This is Wendy's money. I'm so confused. This is Wendy's money. So I will try to keep this under wraps as much as possible, because she's your meal ticket. This is your meal ticket for your mistress and your baby, your bastard baby. I'm so confused. And she's a dummy too. You riding in Porsches and, I don't know, Jaguars and Benzes, and this is what you do? Rolls Royces, this is what you do? All of that's going to be snatched up. Repoed. The fuck? I don't know. It's like, I just can't, like, he loved that woman. And it seemed like he was an opportunist, period. And I'm so not surprised when on the documentary everyone was saying in the that works on the Wendy Williams show that he was it. He was the guy that you be scared of type shit. He was like the Suge Knight of the whole situation. And every time they show pictures of them together, he's never smiling. He's looking, always got diamonds in his ear. She always had him laced up with diamonds in his ear. He was in shit, and he still ain't shit. And now I know, because it was, I don't know if she said it or it was rumors about little Kevin Jr. jumping on his ass. Like, because he didn't know about all this that was going on, probably. Only know part of it. Wendy was shielding him from that, and he was away in college and stuff. He had a condo where Wendy said they did drink brown liquor and smoke blunts. Yo, she had me hollering. Oh God, Miss Wendy, I love her so much. I just hope she's healing from this, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and I know the loss of her mom and stuff. I don't know how close their relationship was better after after she got older, but wow, she had a real tough life, and it's more to come. She had one of our famous Whitney Houston interviews that nobody could get. She done got cursed out. Total want to fuck her up. I heard about that Total situation. I remember hearing about that long ago, and that shit was hilarious. And Kevin was her savior, making sure she don't get beat up. I don't know what it is with women, or not with women, with us, because I'm a woman, with that I like them like a roughneck bad boy mentality type thing. I can say that I enjoyed that in my 20s too. But now it's like, I can't do it. I can't. They're a bunch of homosexuals nowadays. So, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll take a good old L7 any day. But that's my little review on Miss Wendy. I had to talk about her a little bit, not unprepared, going off of memory. But I said I have to say something because Wendy Williams is my heart and soul. I love her so much. She can do a whole lot of wrong, especially because it seemed like she navigated in the world as a white woman, because how you go get titties done and get a tummy tuck, and like she said she did, she saved up her money, she did this before Kevin or whatever, but you ain't no ass. I'm so confused by that. Who gets old big old titties? Like, come on. You a capital P? No, don't do that. And she'll tell you. She'll first thing and tell you. That's what I like about Wendy Williams. That's what she does. Like, you can't spray her with her own shit. She'll tell you up front what it is and all this other stuff. But when it came to Kevin, she lie pants on fire for him. And that's the only time I ever think that she really lied about anything. Everyone was talking about her, and no, well, she was talking about Method Man or whatever the case may be, and they had a one night stand. And I don't understand why that's so far fetched. We already know Wu-Tang is a bunch of dust heads, and she was a cokehead. Like, those two together, mixed with brown liquor, after the club, going to cafeteria, get some food. I mean, that's what people did. I'm so confused. Why? I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Because let me tell you, in those days, she was, like I said, she was a cokehead. He was a dust head. And it was in brown liquor involved. Don't pull out, bro. That's it. Let me get off this. But yeah, I just wanted to say that it's been a while. I'm gonna try to keep on it again. But let me know what you thought about the Wendy Williams movie. Like I said, it was a lot better than a lot of biopics. So let's discuss.